But if you look at what they are now compared to what they were at our last update seminar in March, the owner-occupier rate is now 569 or thereabouts compared to what it was, 474. Now that's almost 1% higher than just a few months ago. But you might recall I just mentioned that the RBA has only put rates up twice at 0.25 apiece. So what's happened is the banks have put rates up more than the RBA. Again, not talked about in the general community, but it means the banks are going to be even more profitable than usual, and are doing half of the RBA's work for them. Note to self, maybe buy some of those bank shares where the dividends are 6% plus and likely to rise, because this is pure profit for them. But you can see the fixed rates are sitting around 6% and are not great value, except maybe the fixed for 3 years, which is sitting at 569. That's the only one that's at the current level. What they're saying to you is that there's a possibility in the short term of another rate rise, or possibly two, but in the long term, the market feels that the current rate is about the natural path. In March, we were saying it probably wasn't worth fixing your rates because we felt that fixing wasn't going to be much variance to any rate rises that were coming, and we were correct in that regard, and we probably still hold that view. So it's hard to know what to do. If you want certainty, definitely taking perhaps the 3-year rate being the cheapest will give you peace of mind for the next 3 years and not having to worry about further rate rises. But you might be a little bit upset if they did fall a little bit. But I've got a feeling that they might rise before they fall, and whatever the period that you save during the rising will be offset by what you lose when they fall, and you'll end up probably coming out pretty much the same anyways. So if you want to sleep like a baby, have certainty, consider and assess the merit of that 3-year rate. The others aren't really worth taking at this point. But overall, my prediction for interest rates is I'm going to be similar to what I did in March, where I think we could see 2 more rate rises, both unnecessary. There is no logical argument to put rates up at this time other than allegedly chasing inflation. Now, I think that's a false argument because putting interest rates up, ironically, lifts inflation. It's putting pressure on daily living costs. People demand more wages without productivity gains is more cost. More cost means everything goes up more expensive. Everything more expensive means higher inflation. So it's a bit like that dog. I don't know if you've ever seen one, a dog that chases its own tail, just going round and round and round. And that's what I think the RBA is doing when it's choosing inflation, chasing with interest rates. It does not work in the modern society. The only thing to stop inflation, change your spending habits. So prediction on interest rates, possibly 2 unnecessary rises, hopefully not, hope to be wrong there, but we are at or about the high point of this interest rate cycle in my mind.